Hello, it's me. You all right? I'm going, oh, God, look at the state of the price of potatoes. Again, yes, the potatoes are going up in price. Yes, like this face. You just go, oh, grief. You go, oh, God, not heard again. Yes, it is heard again. Um, yes, hello, good afternoon, beautiful day. Glorious day here in Devon. Sun's out. Thankfully, with all the rain we've had lately, it's like I thought I was going to get trench foot or foot rot or whatever like that because it was just so awful. Well, anyway, so how are you all? Hope you're all okay. Thank you again for subscribing and watching my videos. It just means a lot to me because even if just one person just watches them, or even watches part of them, and they learn from it, which is the aim of the videos, which is really good. In fact, last time we did. About the next step about coming out to your family and friends, coming out to yourself, most of all, coming out, going to see your GP, to make an appointment to go to the gender clinic. Right, all that's happened. You've waited 18 months to 2 years to get an appointment. You're at the gender clinic, and then the first person you see is a psych. I don't know if the psychologist or psychiatrist. I never asked them. It's like because they are different, as you know, but. So I never asked them what they did. They just did their job and spoke to me, and I spoke to them for an hour every 2 weeks. And it's basically is to do with your well-being, your mental well-being, and to see if you are strong enough, I suppose. Well, I don't know. No, I wouldn't say it was strong enough. I suppose to show that this is what you really, really want, because it is a lot of money. Surgery itself, 8 years ago, 6 years ago, cost 10 grand on the NHS. So it is a lot of money to throw away. So they have to make sure that each and every one of us are committed to it all the way. One thing they do try and say, note from the word go, is if you lived as the chosen, well, as the gender you were meant to be from birth, i.e. in my case as a woman, the only way that they find that out is by your change of name deed. I would advise each and every one of you, when you're waiting between going to see your GP and the first appointment at the gender clinic, is to get your name changed by deed poll, either local solicitors. I don't know if they still do it online or whatever. Mine cost me, I'm talking a long time ago now. I did mine about 25 years ago, and am I recording? Yes, I am. I'm sorry. Oh gosh, it's just one of those days. The sun is out, it's beautiful, and the sun's gone to my head. It's like frazzling the brain, but it's so gorgeous sat here. Yes, so change your name deeds. That's what you need to do. That will be your next step after you've gone to your GP and waiting for the appointment to go to the gender clinic, because that will prove to them that you are committed and that you are living in the gender that you were supposed to be assigned to. As a trans girl, as a trans woman, like in my case, as a trans woman. Pardon me, and they can see that. So the sooner you do that, the better, because then that equates to, say for instance, if you changed your name 2 years before you have your first appointment at the gender clinic, that equates to you living as a female for 2 years. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to dress up as a woman and wear makeup and grow your hair really long, or you only do that if you want to. But it's not forced upon you, and I don't believe in forcing anything on anyone anyway. So, but just do that, and that shows them that you are committed and that you have been living as a female in all that time. So that's the only advice I can give to you. And then when you finally go get the appointment, don't think, like I did, I'm within 2 weeks after the first appointment, you are going to have your hormones and everything like that. That's not going to happen. With me, it took 6 months after my first appointment before I had my first appointment in December, and I got my hormones in May. And it was because I pushed a little bit, because I was waiting, and I thought, oh no, should be done by now. But I had to see a psych at the clinic. Then I had to see one of the clinics, gender clinics doctors, and then they advise your GP about giving hormones, giving you the HRT. Um, and of course, with all the blood tests in between, everything like that. And that's another thing you have to do as soon as you start on your HRT is having blood tests every 3 months. And even you're supposed to, I haven't because I've got a phobia of needles. I haven't done it, but you're supposed to have a blood test to check your liver and kidney function every 12 months because of the HRT and especially if you're the old one, the older generation like myself, so it's like we had all that testosterone before in our bodies, and now it's just that's been pushed aside by the HRT. The HRT you'll be getting be either patches, tablet or gel. I'm on gel now, but I was on patches. They didn't work. 6 months later, they put me on the gel, and I haven't looked back. And it's just, so the change in me was instant. It's like when I was on the patches, everything changed. It was like at first I was happy, it was everything, and then the patches stopped working. So in effect, I went through menopause after 3 months, and it was horrendous. It really was horrendous. Screaming and shouting, and walking up to a friend, and to his face, I want to smack you in the face with a knife and things, or smack you in the face with a brick. And I'm not usually very aggressive like that, but I was then. I really was, and that lasted for about 4 or 5 months, and it was really, really awful. Really was horrible, and so it was really bad. And then because they didn't believe that the patches weren't working, and then when they saw on the blood test that they weren't working, they'd say, right, fine, put you on the gel then. And I haven't looked back. And and it was really within the first week of being on the gel, it was just brilliant. It really was brilliant. But anyways, they're going back to you lot out there. So yes, so going back to the going to the gender clinic, take whoever you are close to that's with you along the journey with you to the clinic, because if you don't want them to sit in at the sessions with you, they can sit outside in the waiting area and have a cup of tea, cup of coffee, and chat to other people and whatever if they want to, or just include them in every step, and that is the major step, like getting the appointment at the clinic. That is one of the first steps of the rest of your life, and each step is the first step of the rest of your life, and each step you take is a step closer to being who you should have been at birth. And that is the most amazing thing. The steps can be quite slow, but it's because the red tape and everything like that, and but it happens. But so like, don't push them, because if you push them, they'll dig their heels in, and they'll go, oh right, that so and so's so they're pushing too fast. Right, we'll just have to slow things down, and they'll have to wait another 6 months. I had to wait an extra 10 months before I had my surgery, because the doctor at the clinic didn't think I was ready. And the reason being because I wasn't in a dress and loads of makeup on. And the next time he saw me, I wore the shortest ever dress I've ever had, loads of makeup on, and he said, and he was well pleased with that. And then it was like all systems go. And it was literally as quick as that. As soon as they turn around and say, right, okay, we will say you're okay, we will go for the funding. That can take a while as well, because they have to apply for each individual to get the funding for the surgery, and it depends on each county, as it were. So like, because I'm in Devon, so it was the Devon County NHS that they applied for, and that took about 10 months, I think, for it to come through, because what happens is that they meet twice a month. The NHS committee meet twice a month, and then they allocate what little pennies that they have towards whatever. But if there's something more important and more urgent comes along, that's life-threatening, comes along, that the money is needed for the surgery to save that other person's life, then they allocate the money to that person. Then you have to wait for the next month for the next meeting that they have. I know that, and I do know that having the surgery, if you go down that route, is life changing. It can be life saving. It can be life saving as well for some people, and but as soon as the funding is there, it's literally a matter of weeks before you'll have your surgery. With me, it was like it was 6 months from getting the funding to actually phoning up the hospital where I had the surgery in Brighton. Went there for an appointment in December, and had the surgery in the February. So basically, it was 2 months, and it was done. And I had a choice of. It was 7 weeks. It was actually from the day that I went for the appointment for the initial appointment to meet the surgeon and everything. So the pre-op assessment kind of thing. Until I had surgery, and it was literally 7 weeks. It was 7 weeks, and I had a choice. I could go in there 2 weeks before that if I wanted to, but I said no, I'll go in February. And it was the 5th of February I had my surgery, and that was it. But up until then, it really was a struggle, and I was doubting myself, and you will doubt yourself. You think, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? It's because you've got to remember, it is life changing, but it's just the body that's changing. And you're changing your body to correlate with what's in your mind, in your mind's eye, the way you see yourself, and that's what it is. And the relief afterwards, it might not hit you straight away, but it could be months after surgery if you go for surgery. With me, it was 10 months later that it finally hit me that I had the surgery, even though I was okay, going, ooh, lovely, whatever. It was 10 months later that it was like a truck that hit me, and I was sat there in front of the Christmas tree, and it finally hit me that I had the surgery, and it really was the most amazing experience. It really was. And I'm wittering on like an old fishwife. I do apologise, but that's me, witter. I'm enjoying the sunshine, and the dogs are coming in and out. There's Simba out there, bless him. Hello, Simba. Hello, young man. Hello, baby. Yes. And I don't know where the cat is. Where's Swing? Is he in? Is he indoors? Has he gone indoors? Right, so things Swing's indoors. Well, anyway, look, love you and leave you all, and thank you again for watching my videos. It really is. And I'm just waffling on about me, like a mate of mine posted on Facebook. So, at the second video that I posted, got me, lol, which it is, and it is about my journey, and hopefully that sharing it with people out there, with you lot out there, that might just a little glimmer of understanding for some people, and is that, and that's all I want. It's just like, is to educate people. It's not so easy, so it's not a kind of thing, it's not done on a whim. It's like, I knew when I was a kid that I was different. Pardon me, I keep eating that bloody sacking from Marks and Spencer's. I shouldn't. It just keeps repeating. I shouldn't do that bloody indigestion or whatever. But yeah, from even when I was a kid, it was like I was bullied because I was a girly girl. Up until, oh dear me, I've always been bullied. Really, I really have. But this is me now, and where are they now? Where are all the bullies now? In their sad little lives, I suppose. And I'm sad for them, because they aren't happy. Bullies aren't happy, and people that put us down aren't happy, and they feel threatened because they are stuck in their little world, and they can't see a way out. There always is a way out. There always is a light at the end of the tunnel, and the tunnel doesn't have to be that long. It could be just around the corner, literally around the corner. The tunnel could be around the corner, and the light is there, and you're just through. It's just, people don't understand about the gender change and everything, so that I'll go into all that in more detail another time, because there's certain things that I have to touch on that are quite serious, I think. Yeah, very serious. So I'll have to sit down and and really write it out, and see how I can pass that on to you lot, so that you know, so about the stuff, and you know, things that I said, and you know, so it is just ridiculous, it really is. But you know, people can't, you know, it's all this like, oh, make do and mend, but it's not make do and mend, it isn't. If you're not happy, you're not happy. Do something about it. And that's what I did, and that's what other trans people do. And people hate us for that. People hate us because they, number one, they don't understand why we want to do it, and number two, they see us as freaks of nature, or freaks. But yeah, okay, so I am a freak. Let it be. I enjoy being a freak. If that's how you see me, all well and good. Do you know? I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo, as that song goes. But that's me. I'm not a creep, really. I'm a bit outlandish, and I can be a bit in your face. But that's my way of coping with stuff. But so I've got to go now because it's another long video. I was hoping it'd be a short one because I'm outside, but I'm just waffling and rambling on and on and on and on and on again. But there you go. Anyway, thank you for watching. And oh, I don't look too bad today, do I? So I don't look like Rosemary's Baby or Dracula's Daughter or anything like that today, so that I'm all right. But yes, so have a lovely time, enjoy yourselves, and be good to each other, and be happy. Try to understand each other's journey. Don't travel on the same path as everybody else, because it might not lead to where you want to go. But just, you know, so just try and understand. Just look at the path and say, oh, right, so, you know, so, and just have a chat and or whatever. And I'm always here for anybody to chat. So my friends who have my Facebook and my Twitter accounts can always get in touch, and I'm always there for anyone who wants to chat. So I shall leave you with all that. So it is just that. That's all it is. Okay then. All right. Speak to you later. Bye bye.